Martin Luther King Jr. Faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase. Nothing in the entire world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance and consensuous stupidity. Every man must decide whether he will walk in the light of creative altruism or in the darkness of destructive selfishness. He who passively accepts evil is as much involved in it as he who helps to perpetrate it. He who accepts evil without protesting against it is really cooperating with it. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. The ultimate tragedy is not the oppression and cruelty by the bad people, but the silence over that by the good people. A man dies when he refuses to stand up for that which is right. A man dies when he refuses to stand up for justice. A man dies when he refuses to take a stand for that which is true. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Cowardice asks the question, is it safe? Expediency asks the question, is it politic? Vanity asks the question, is it popular? But conscience asks the question, is it right? And there comes a time when one must take a position that is neither safe, nor politic, nor popular, but one must take it because it is right. Whatever your life's work is, do it well. A man should do his job so well that the living, the dead, and the unborn could do it no better. The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character. That is the goal of true education. An individual has not started living until he can rise above the narrow confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity. If a man has not discovered something that he will die for, he isn't fit to live. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. All labor that uplifts humanity has dignity and importance and should be undertaken with painstaking excellence. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. A genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus, but a molder of consensus. Freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed. Human progress is neither automatic nor inevitable. Every step toward the goal of justice requires sacrifice, suffering, and struggle. The tireless exertions and passionate concern of dedicated individuals. We are not makers of history. We are made by history. Change does not roll in on the wheels of inevitability, but comes through continuous struggle. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? The time is always right to do what is right. The moral arc of the universe bends at the elbow of justice. The human salvation lies in the hands of the creatively maladjusted. The quality, not the longevity, of one's life is what is important. I look to a day when people will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. We may have all come on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. Man must evolve for all human conflict, a method which rejects revenge, aggression, and retaliation. The foundation of such a method is love. Love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. We must concentrate not merely on the negative expulsion of war, but the positive affirmation of peace. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. There is some good in the worst of us, and some evil in the best of us. When we discover this, we are less prone to hate our enemies. Nonviolence is a powerful and just weapon, which cuts without wounding and ennobles the man who wields it. It is a sword that heals. Shallow understanding from people of goodwill is more frustrating than absolute misunderstanding from people of ill will. Never succumb to the temptation of bitterness. It is not enough to say we must not wage war. It is necessary to love peace and sacrifice for it. Hate is too great a burden to bear. He who is devoid of the power to forgive is devoid of the power to love. The art of acceptance is the art of making someone who has just done you a small favor wish that he might have done you a greater one. We must learn to live together as brothers or perish together as fools. Everything that we see is a shadow cast by that which we do not see. Seeing is not always believing. A lie cannot live. Nothing pains some people more than having to think. Means we use must be as pure as the ends we seek. I believe that unarmed truth and unconditional love will have the final word in reality. This is why right, temporarily defeated, is stronger than evil triumphant. Wars are poor chisels for carving out peaceful tomorrows. We must build dikes of courage to hold back the flood of fear. At the center of nonviolence stands the principle of love. Peace is not merely a distant goal that we seek, but a means by which we arrive at that goal.